Morning. Here's Patsy. I thought I'd pop on today. It's gorgeous day outside, but I'm waiting for the children to wake up. They're having a lay-in. Bubby's had to go back home because he's got a hospital appointment today. So I'm here by myself for a little while till the kids wake up. So I thought I'd come on and do a video. A lot I've seen lately, people are showing their collection of decks, what they have. So I thought I'd come on and show you the decks that I've got at the Caravan. Being I'm down here, I always bring at the start of every season a collection of decks that I can't resonate with at home or haven't had a chance to work with at home, because I get the chance when I'm down here weekends and the weeks we're down here in the holidays. The season starts mid-March and ends end of October, and we're down here an awful lot, so I tend to bring decks at the start of the season, leave them here and work with them, which I haven't been able to do at home, and get a view of them, of whether I want to keep them or get rid of them. So I'm going to show you the ones that I've got with me this time. I mean, sometimes I bring decks from home, like this time I brought the Medicine Woman and the Native American deck. That's simply because they came just as I was leaving, and I wanted to have a look at them. But as a rule, I just work with the ones down here, unless I buy any while I'm down here as well, like my daughter bought me the Marseille deck. So this is the collection I've brought and how I'm getting on. The first deck that I've started working with since being here is the Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. I bought this when I was at home with this, so I had to look at it. It's got such a big book, such a gorgeous book with it. But I wasn't sure what I thought of it. It was so different from my usual decks that I kind of a cartoony sort of thing, which I've never really worked with before. So I wasn't sure. I mean, the cardstock's not brilliant, but you know, that's fine. It's a Llewellyn, so it's a Llewellyn cardstock, but I don't mind it. But yeah, so I brought this down with me, and this is the deck that I've been working with since the start of season. And I'm so glad I did, because I love this deck. It is so good to work with. The readings are accurate with it. It's fun to use, and from going from a deck I wasn't sure I was going to keep, it's to a deck that I really love. And at the end of the season, this will be going home with me, and I should be keeping this one. But yeah, so that is the first deck. It's a bit dark, isn't it? It's so bright today, but just can't find. Yeah. But yeah, so that is the first deck that I was working with, and like I said, that is one that I should take home at the end of the season, and I should keep, because from going from I weren't sure and was going to think about getting rid of it, it's one that I actually love and it's going to stay in my collection. So that's the first one. And to go with that, I did buy, because I like to work with oracles as well as tarots together, so I bought the Alice the Wonderland Oracle by Lucy Cavendish by Blue Angel. And again, this is one I wasn't sure of, but actually it goes really well with the tarot. I don't think I suppose I might use it as just an oracle on its own, card of the day, that kind of thing, but more often than not I just put it out to go with the Alice Tarot. But yeah, it's a nice little oracle, and again this is one that I will be keeping and goes really well with the tarot deck. That's the back of them. Again, they're quite shiny because they are Blue Angel and Blue Angel, but they are gorgeous images. And like I said, these are the ones that I've been working with alongside the tarot, and ones that will be staying in my collection. So that is another one that I bought with me to work with. Oh, I didn't show you. You do get a book. It's in the bottom. I don't usually use the books in oracles, but yeah, you do get a book, and there is quite a lot in there for each card about the author and everything, and you get some spreads in there and what have you. So that is that. Oh, let's put that down there. Another one that I've been working with is the Sacred Power reading cards by Anna Stark. book. You get a colour image on each page and a write upon each of the images, how to use the cards, you get some spreads. This is one that I particularly like doing. This is the spread that I actually used on one of my other videos, but yeah, then it's mainly just the cards and about the illustrator at the end. Again, this is a Blackpool publishing, so they are quite shiny and not particularly great cardstock, but they're okay. That's the back of them. And I love these cards, but at home I just wasn't, as a reflection, I just wasn't getting the chance to use them. That one is community. So I brought them along. Compassion, onion, change, rest, intuition, personal power, rainbow dragon, sound, source, affirmations, transformation, I love that card, soul journey, tree of life, retreat, sacred wisdom, that's obviously the on the front of the deck, self-love, abundance, angel assistance, divas, freedom, truth, boundaries, unconditional love, divine consciousness, communication, gorgeous card, medicine, I love this card, energy balance, illusion, lightning, intimacy, protection, animal kingdom, manifestation, exploration. So that's all of those cards. It is a how many cards are in this? 36, so it's only 36 cards. But it's a lovely deck, and like I said, at home it was getting pushed to the back because I had so many of the oracles to work with that I wasn't working with it. So I brought this one with me and I use it down here, and I'm really enjoying working with this. So this one will be staying at the end of season. I will be keeping this one. Down there. So another tarot that I brought is one that I bought last year, and I still haven't got round to working with it. The Wildwood Tarot. You've all seen the Wildwood Tarot, so I ain't going to go into it too much. But you get the big juicy book. I don't like how they separate the cards in this, but you've seen the back. And I'll just do a quick, just in case there is anybody out there who's not seen it. But because this is such a different system than what I've been working with, this needs a lot of time and good eyes to be able to do this. So it's been pushed, even though I brought it here with me, I've still not really been able to spend no time learning it, because I just can't read the book, and that goes with it at the minute to give it justice. But it's not one I'm going to give up on, because I love the images, I love the artwork and everything. So it is one that I shall continue to keep down here until I get a chance to work with it. Once my eyes improve, that is one that I will get stuck into. Like I said, I've had it a year now and I still haven't had a chance. So yeah, so that one, the Wildwood Tarot, is definitely one that will be staying. I just haven't had a chance to work with it. Yeah, another tarot that I brought with me is the Mystic Fairy Tarot by Linda Ravenscroft, and the text by Barbara Moore comes in this box. This comes with another gorgeous book, because again it's Barbara Moore, big chunky book. I love fairy decks, as most people on my channel will know. There we go. When this came out borderless, that's the back. When this one came out borderless, I had to have it. I'd seen it with the borders, but I really loved it without the borders. So I went ahead and bought it a few months back, but I didn't have a chance to work with it again, so it's come down to the Caravan, and I still haven't had a chance to work with it. I'm not sure about this deck. I've got to work with it to really get an opinion of it. I mean, the image is gorgeous, but I don't know if it's readable. I don't know if I'll be able to read accurately with this. Oh, I won't say something about that. The husband was on the phone. Yeah, so I'm not sure how readable this deck will be, because they're all very samey, aren't they? And I know that the miners are different. It kind of follows a bit of a story with each card suit. So this is one that is going to take me a little bit of getting used to. So again, because I'm not able to read the book at the minute, it just keeps getting pushed back to the side. But this is one that I'm not sure about, so we'll have to see. As much as I love fairy decks, I don't know. We will see. So at the minute, that will stay here till the end of the season. See how I get on with it. And if not, then it will be one that goes at the end of the season. Another one that I brought with me is this deck. Quite controversial, this deck, isn't it? I brought this down with me because I wasn't sure about it. Colette Baron Reed. Try and get it out of the packaging. I love the box it comes in. The box is gorgeous. I mean, I could use the box just for something completely different than keeping these cards in. Do you know what I mean? You get the book with it. You get the book, and then inside more packaging, because you get the cards in under the box. Now the artwork is Jenna Della Grottiglia was her name, but I'm not sure. Not sure. There's the backs. I love the backs. Just not sure of these. I mean, once I get working with them, I may find that they're fine, but I've not even worked with them. They've just been sitting there. But I'm not sure about these. Nice cardstock. House. So they are nice cardstock. But I don't know. There you go. So I'm not sure about these ones. Like I said, it's not one I even reach for to pull out, even though I've brought them to the van, and I really should. But I shall give them a go before the end of the season, and if I don't get on with them, then they will find a new home. I might just do it in the little box though, and keep this box for other things, because I think that box is gorgeous. I could put my jewellery and all sorts in that, so, or even my pendulums and what have you. But it's a gorgeous box, so it was worth it just for the box if I don't like the cards. So yeah, so that's them so far. And then the other tarot deck that I brought with me, and again I haven't started on this one because again I had to buy the book, and I'm not able to read it yet. So it's just been sitting there. I've had this one a while. It's the US Games, and it's the Chrysalis Tarot. I suppose most of you are seeing this. It does come with a little white book, but I didn't think that was enough, so I did buy the other book, the back. Some of the cards are the same, like the Wheel of Fortune. We've then got different suit names. We've got acorns, mirrors, acorns, mirrors, scrolls, and spirals. The healer is the Page of Mirrors. We've got the Ten of Stones, Justice, World. I love this deck. The cardstock's wonderful. I do love the imagery of this deck, and I do love upside down. Yeah, so I do love this deck, and every time I get it out again and look at it, I think, oh, I really must start working with this. 9 of Scrolls. But some of the, just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? What's that one? 3 of Spirals. Love that. But you need to read the book to go with it to get the most out of this deck, and I'm just not able to at the minute. so it's been pushed to the back. But I do get it out and I do give it a shuffle and I do use it intuitively. But and I do love the readings I'm getting with it. But I know that to get the best out of it, the book's needed. I mean, look at that, 9 of stones. I mean, that is gorgeous. I love that card. The Phoenix, which is Judgment. Lovers. 8 of Mirrors. 10 of Scrolls. 8 of Swords. The Empress of Gaia. So yeah, so that is one that I really want to get. This will probably be the next one that I try to work with, even though it was going to involve some reading. Because the print isn't too bad in this one. I'll probably get away with doing a little bit at a time with that. On the side it says, a delightful troupe of medieval messengers join mythological and otherworld characters to whisk you away on a spiritual adventure. With exquisite artwork, this list tarot opens your psyche and illuminates your path towards personal destiny. That's what it says. And like I said, I do love this deck of cards. I do love the imagery and I do desperately want to start working with this. So that is the next one. I might hit this while I'm down here and try to read the book as much as I can. So the last two that I've got to show you are tins. I think that's the last two. Yeah, the last two that I've got to show you is tins. The first one I bought in a tin. I bought this to chuck in my bag to take on the beach, because when I sit on the beach I like to, you know, do things while I'm just sitting up. I'm not one of these people who can just sit. So I bought this to chuck in my handbag and take on the beach, and it ain't going to get ruined. I don't know what I think of it, to be honest. But I didn't realise this isn't really wide awake or without putting the grass. 2 seconds and I'll go and shut the door. I didn't realise this was based on the Thoth. I should have read it better, shouldn't I? But that's the bags. So some of them have got keywords on that I don't agree with, like ruin. It's quite simple artwork. And I just have to try to not take much notice of the keywords, what they bring with them. But it's not one that I've used an awful lot for that reason. Quite dark, some of them. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice enough little deck, and the artwork's simple, and I like the little, you know, the little artwork. The devil. But it's probably not one that, in hindsight, I would have been better off going with another one in a tin, and I might pick up another one in a tin because I just don't use this much. I might get rid of this one because I don't really use it. But yeah, it's a nice enough, but I don't think it's really for me, this one. If it was, it would be in my handbag and I'd be taking it everywhere with me, and I don't. It stays on the side. So that's the Sun and Moon Tarot in a tin by US Game System, and it's Vanessa DeCourt. But it's not one that I really resonate with, and I might get rid of that one. The other one in a tin I would take everywhere with me is the Lenormand, and it's the fairy. The fairy tale Lenormand. I'm loving working with Lenormand at the minute. Get a little book, quite a little chunky book actually. And there's the backings. Some of the cards are quite busy for Lenormand, but they're not too bad. I can work out what they are by a quick glance, like I like to with Lenormand, so it's not too bad at all. So if I'm going to the beach or anything, it'll be the Lenormand what will go in my bag, in the tin, this one. I've left this one down here because I'm at home. I tend to work a lot with my other Lenormand, upside down, my other Lenormand under the roses. So I weren't pulling this one out, so I brought this one down here. So I've got one down here and one at home, and I'd use this daily. I use this daily. So yeah, so that's my fairy tale Lenormand, which is in a tin. And I do enjoy working with that, and I use that quite a lot. So that's all my decks that I've got down the van at the minute. Some I'm definitely keeping, some are definitely going. and some I'm not sure of yet. But that's the reason why I bring them down here, so I can get a good overview of whether I want to keep them or not, because I actually work with them down here, and at home they get pushed aside. So yeah, so I thought I'd just pop on and show these. Have we got hair in them? Yeah. And I will see you all soon. Have a lovely day. Bye.